The witch stared into the center of her crystal ball, wafting her gnarled hands around it as Rosamond watched on with intrigue. Ordinarily, she would never dabble in such magic, but her close friend had urged her. "I see your future," the witch croaked. "What is it?" Rosamond asked. "What do you see, woodland witch?" "You're betrothed." "Mine? Me? Who is it?" The witch's voice fell low and sinister. "Someone most unlikely." Rosamond's mind darted immediately to Prince Charming, the handsome man she'd only ever heard stories about. She could scarcely utter his name. For years she had dreamed of being swept from her woodland shack. She'd long felt that fate had greater designs on her, and had awaited a day when she could escape the shackles of her forest home. Things felt so stale to her here. "I knew it," she said softly. "When?" Rosamond asked. "When will it happen?" The witch's eyes narrowed and she focused into the crystal, making a great show of her fortune-telling. If Rosamond wasn't so readily anticipating her words, she might have thought the grandiose gestures too much. "Soon," the witch said ominously. Rosamond sucked a breath. The witch continued. "You will awake to your lover's touch." "Can you tell me more?" "The crystal," the witch said. "It grows tired." Rosamond sighed and fetched a silver coin from her clutch. "Your payment, kind lady." The wizened woman took it and stowed it somewhere in the brown cloth that draped over her. "Beware of your fortunes, fair maiden. They may not always be so clear." "Thank you," Rosamond said, biting her lip nervously. She turned to leave the decrepit shack, her auburn locks trailing behind her like a flame. As she rushed into the woodland, it was easy not to see the figure that had waited outside. The girl in the shadows watched as Rosamond skipped off into the forest. Then she entered the shack whence Rosamond had come, her blue dress draped behind her. "Did she suspect?" the black-haired lady asked. "Nothing," the witch replied. "She suspected nothing." "Good." The witch extended a hand. The lady placed something gold within it. "A word of caution to you, fair Delilah," the witch said. "You cannot change fate. It is all there is." A look of grave concern mingled in Delilah's expression. She was a woman filled with conflict who had sought counsel in the wrong place. "Go now," the witch said, wafting her clawed hand. "Go and make that future you so desire." Delilah turned to follow in the footsteps of her friend. Rosamond's feet carried her swiftly through the forest. Her long dress trailed behind her, and her boots pounded their way back to her home. She couldn't wait to divulge what she'd heard to Delilah and let her know that her longings and dreams were coming true. The pair had been friends for almost 2 decades, each of them in their 20s. They knew that their lives had to start beginning soon before they started ending. In a flight of fancy, Rosamond settled on a different way home that day. She took an unusual turn and headed for the nearby glade. Although it took much longer, the route was a pleasant one, and Rosamond felt as though she had all the time in the world. Fate won't be rushed, so why should she? The sunlight broke through into the clearing, glistening off the clear blue, magical water. Wisps of green ferns undulated beneath the surface, and Rosamond found their movements captivating. She paused to study them, slowly entranced by their movements as the minutes rode by. Suddenly, she felt wearier than ever. "I'm overcome," she declared, staggering to a now comfortable-looking mattress of plush grass that lay beside the lake. It was as if it was made for her. The beauty fell into it, casting a hand to her forehead to sigh. "When I waken, I hope it is to you, my prince."